Hi everybody. Well, interviews in English can be tricky, and interviews are a part of our lives that we cannot miss. And that is one very important question in every interview. That is, tell me about yourself. Well, how to answer this question? This is one of the most simple questions that is asked in an interview and one of the most crucial questions too. Now, how to answer it correctly? What's the formula? Today, I'm going to tell you everything, and this lesson is going to be all about tell me something about yourself. So, are you ready for this? I'm Shivangi Gupta, your CELTA certified English language tutor, certified by the University of Cambridge, the UK, and you're watching Speak English with Shivangi. Before beginning, please subscribe the channel because you get one English video lesson every day on this channel. Like the video and share it with your friends too. So coming back to today's lesson, that is the most asked interview question, tell me something about yourself. Now this is a question where interviewer wants to know about you, yes, but exactly what is interviewer asking you? This is a question that is asked at every stage of your interview process. Every stage of process of getting hired by a company, whether it's the beginning stage and you're meeting HR, whether you're meeting a manager, or whether you are at the last stage where you're meeting the CEO or higher management or the head of the organization. Everyone is going to ask you, tell me about yourself, because they want to know the person whom they are hiring. Now, they do not want to know what you did last summer. No, definitely not. Neither do they want to know detailed resume, detailed description of your resume. That's what often people end up doing. They start giving detailed description of their resume point by point. That is something you need to avoid. No, that's not what you need to do. The candidate at that point is a big red flag for the company. Now, how to ace this question? Tell me about yourself. I'm going to tell you step-by-step process of answering the question. What are the details that you need to add and what are the things that you need to avoid? Often, it is the first thing that is asked to you. Tell me about yourself. And this particular question, the answer to this particular question drafts your overall impression. That is, your first impression depends on the answer of this particular question. So if you're able to impress the recruiters by answering this first question, that means you have done half of your work in the interview. Believe me, this is where you need to impress them. And if you have convinced them with this particular answer, tell me about yourself, I think the job is yours. 50% of the employers, they decide whether they are going to keep the candidate or whether they are going to send the candidate to the next round with the answer of this particular question. Tell me about yourself. That means this is a very important question that you need to know how to answer. Okay, let's begin with what exactly do you need to tell. First of all, I would tell you that be concise. When you're starting, whatever you're telling, do not stretch it out. Do not give irrelevant details. Be concise and be to the point. That's very important. Whatever details you're going to add to the answer, the details that we're going to discuss now, you have to be concise in adding those details. Add all the relevant keywords, add all the relevant details that you need the recruiter to know about you. Now imagine you're sitting in an interview and somebody from the interview panel asks you, Miss Sia, tell me about yourself. How are you going to answer it? Well, there is a particular structure to answering this question. And in that structure, the first point is your professional summary. Please pay attention, I said summary. Professional summary. Now, what is this professional summary? This is something that you need to begin with. When you begin with a professional summary, you appear absolutely professional and you provide something that they are looking for. Now, professional summary is basically a summary of your work history. So you need to tell about your work history. Your work history is important because what position you're going to get, what job role you're going to get at the particular company, it depends on your work history. Now, how to go about it? How to give a professional summary? See, I have a very simple rule for doing this. When you give your professional summary, begin with the present role, current position at your current company. You need to tell that. For example, you can say, "Hi, my name is Nisha, and currently I'm working as a senior sales executive at ABC company, where I lead a team of 10 members for running various projects for reputed companies." Okay, so this is how you're gonna start your introduction. That is, tell me about yourself. Now, when you're gonna tell about yourself, it's a form of introduction, but it's a professional introduction. Remember, professional introduction, and it is going to be a professional summary. You don't have to give details about the years, about everything. No years, no details, that from this year till this year I was working there, then from this year till this year I was working there. No, your resume is already with the person who's interviewing you, and that person must have gone through your resume. What they want to know about you is something different. What they want to know about you is the most important accomplishment that you might have. So for that, you are solely responsible of clearly highlighting certain things from your resume. What you're doing is you're highlighting the things that you are most proud of. That's what we are doing. So do not give details. They don't want details. They already have those details right there with them when you give them your resume. So do not do that. Okay, so this was the introduction. Introduction is your present role, current position that you have at a company. Now, after that, you need to move to the past, whatever you have done in the past. Okay, so you can say, for example, over the years, in my career of 5 years, I have worked with 5 different reputed companies, XYZ, ABC. I began my career as a sales intern in the XYZ corporation. After that, I was hired by a very reputed organization as their sales management officer. After working there for 2 years, I was promoted to the job that I'm currently doing as senior sales executive. So you need to connect the dots. You tell them about your current position because that's the most impressive thing about you. What you're doing right now currently will make them decide if you're fit for the company or not. Then you need to give them a rundown, a quick rundown, like I just told you in the example, what you have done till now in your career, right from the beginning till the time that you're serving in the present company. So tell about that. If you want, you can also add a short line about your future prospect. I'm looking forward to join this company as XYZ officer, as XYZ at the XYZ post, whatever is the post that you have to mention. Now, the second thing that you need to do, second point is your accomplishments. When you start with your professional summary, it should be followed by your accomplishments. What have you accomplished? Now, you were doing something. You did a particular role, but there must be some kind of accomplishments that are particularly yours. Those accomplishments, they tell about your development as a person and as a professional. So what you have gained, how much professional experience you have, what good that professional experience did to you, and how you used that, everything shows in your accomplishments. In short, you can say your accomplishments are actually your achievements, something that you have done. For example, you can say, at the recent company that I have worked, I led a team of 10 members, and together we were able to drive 50% increase in the sales of our client. That's an accomplishment. Second example could be, when I was working in the XYZ company, I had the opportunity to represent my organization at the national level in a conference. So that's an accomplishment. If you are getting to represent your organization at the national level conference, that means that's an accomplishment. So these are your achievements. If you were a part of research project, you can mention that. If you have some kind of national accomplishment, you have some kind of certificate about that, you've done some scholarship and all that, you can also add that. If you are a fresher, if you are a working professional with experience, definitely go for something that you have done during your employment time. For example, innovation in a particular business scheme. Okay, number 3, that is your skills. Focus on your skills. Now is the good time to focus on your skills. You need to mention the skills that you have. Now, what makes you different from other candidates? That's your skills, the skills that you possess. Now, there are going to be hundred of applications that will be similar to each other. You have education, someone else might also have education similar to you. What makes you different? Those are your skills, the skill set that you possess. Now, you have to take care of 2 things when you are telling your skills. That's your hard skills and your soft skills. So, if you miss out on your soft skills, that's like you're missing out on the opportunity for this particular job role, because soft skills are very important in today's world. Now, what are hard skills and what are soft skills? Hard skills are basically the skills that you acquire through your profession and your education. For example, knowing Java, C++, and coding can be hard skill for a software engineer. And teamwork, empathy, time management, conflict management can be soft skills for any person, anybody from any field. So soft skills are basically the skills that you possess that makes you a professional, a better person. They enhance your work efficiency. So these soft skills are very important. You need to highlight both your hard skills and your soft skills. Now, how to do that? For example, you can say, there was a time when I had to work with my team on XYZ project and we had a limited time period. We decided to divide the work and work together. We were able to demonstrate a great teamwork and we were able to complete our project on time regarding the Java plus and C++ software description that we were given. So you are mentioning your hard skills and you're also mentioning your soft skills. That is team management and teamwork. Delegating the task. You are dividing the work. That's also a soft skill. You're delegating the task to everybody according to their competency. And then you are completing the task on time. That's again time management. So you're showing lots and lots of soft skills with your hard skills. Now, number 4. This is the last part of the answer structure that I'm telling you, that is conclusion. Now, how you're going to conclude your answer? Conclude with your career aspiration related to the current job position you're applying to. Not the one that you're serving at your employers. No, the one that you're applying to. You're coming for the interview, right? So there must be a job position you have applied to. Now, what kind of career aspiration do you have for that particular role? You need to conclude with that particular statement. This will decide whether you are a good fit or not. This particular statement of yours is gonna give message to the interviewers that yes, you are a good fit for this particular job role. It's like you're deliberately telling them that look, I'm a good fit for your company and this particular job role. Now, how to do that? For example, you can say, now in my career, after 5 years of working in 3 different reputed publishing houses, I can say that I want to acquire more skills. Whatever skills I've learned, I want to apply them. And I think I'm looking forward to the job role of the head editor. I'm aware about the innovations that you're doing regarding the educational field and the publications for children's literature. I want to work in that area, and I believe I can contribute a lot to that particular role of senior editor with all the skills that I possess. So that is how you can conclude your answer. Align your skills with the future prospect of joining that particular role that they are offering. Okay, so this was how to structure your answer. We have 4 points in totality. Number 1, your professional summary. Number 2, your accomplishments, or you can say achievements. Number 3, your skills, soft skills and hard skills. Number 4, your future prospect of your career, the future prospect of your career, or you can say the future aspiration that you have related to your career. Now, there are certain do's and don'ts that I want to tell you. Let's begin with the do's and don'ts. So first, let's look at the do's, something that you should always keep in mind while answering the question. Okay, number 1 is remember to be concise. Whenever you are telling something, be concise. Do not add unnecessary details. You do not need to tell about the particular person and this and that. No, you do not have to tell about the details of a project. No, just what you did for the project and what was the result. That's it. That's enough. So be concise in your answers, because the interviewers, they don't have whole day, and you have to put out all the points, all the good points, relevant points before the time is up. So be concise. Number 2, use personal anecdotes. Now, anecdotes, they are basically the stories. For example, like how I told you all the examples while I was working in the XYZ company, I had to work on a project with 10 people and all that. This is an anecdote. You are telling an anecdote, a particular story about a particular time that's relevant to the skill and the accomplishment that you're talking about. The anecdotes are very useful when you have to tell about your accomplishments or your skills. Number 3, tailor your answer to the particular job role. Now, you need to tailor your answer according to the job role you're applying to. So whatever is the job that you're applying to or the company that you're applying to, tailor your answer accordingly. There must be something that's more relevant to tell. Always give preference to that particular thing. There might be things that are irrelevant. Do not mention them. For example, someone who has worked as an engineer before, now they have done an MBA and they want to shift towards management. Now they want to work in the management. So there might be some kind of information that's irrelevant to a job post that they are applying in the management area. So you have to tailor your answer accordingly, according to the situation and the job role that you're applying to. Number 4, always keep a smile when you're beginning to answer and enunciate your name clearly with confidence. When you say, "Hi, I'm Shivangi," there must be confidence and ease in your voice with a little smile. Number 5. So number 5 is that you tell them something that is not there in your resume, something above your CV, your resume. That is, it's like it can be your accomplishment, it can be something related to your hobby maybe, or something that you're proud of. Just mention it in passing. For example, I really do love to write poetries. I have written poetries for my college magazine too. So that is something that's related to you as a person, something unique, and they would want to know that. Just a line, a simple line, that's it. Do not exaggerate. Just a simple line to create an interest in you. So they are interested to know about you, because you are also a person in yourself apart from your profession. So just one point, something interesting about you, can add as some kind of attractive point. Now let's talk about the don'ts. Don'ts are also very important, because you must know something that you should not do while answering, "Tell me about yourself." So these are the points that you need to avoid at all costs. Number one is very important. Do not mention anything personal about yourself. Do not mention anything personal. You're not talking to your friend. No, you're talking to your interviewer. And this is a professional event, a professional setting. So do not mention anything about your siblings, your family, your friends, or whatever it is. Do not mention where you live. Do not give these details. That seems unprofessional. Until and unless you are asked to. If they ask you later in the interview, then that's fine, but do not mention this detail in the particular answer to tell me about yourself. No, it's supposed to be a professional answer, not personal one. Number two, do not give a detailed account of your CV, point by point. Do not do that. That's also boring, and that's not something they want. It needs to be concise, a summary, as I said. So do not give any kind of detailed account of things and everything. Number three, when you're telling about your accomplishments, when you're telling about something that you did good, never ever talk bad about anybody else. Either your teammate, either your manager, either the company you have worked at. Do not do that because they want to check your work ethic and it reflects badly. So focus on your accomplishments, focus on your goodwill. Do not highlight anybody else's shortcomings. That is how you are going to answer, tell me about yourself. See, now I'm going to tell you what the company is actually expecting from you. The company expects to know about you, about your professional qualities, about your professional background, and they also want to know your work ethic. Who are you as a professional? What's your work ethic? Number two, they want to know is, are you the right fit for the company? Are you the right fit for their company? So if you tailor your answer according to all the points that I have mentioned, the structure, the proper structure, the answer that I have given, you will be able to tell them that yes, you are the perfect fit for their company. Okay, let's look at the final example answer. My name is Prachi and I work as a senior marketing manager at the XYZ Corporation. I have worked there for 2 years and I have handled most of their marketing management campaigns for reputed clients like Airtel, Dabur, Netflix, and many more. I began my career as a sales executive with the TYZ Corporation. After that, within 6 months, I got promoted to be one of the senior marketing officers within the organization. I worked there for 2 years and led 3 very successful campaigns with 50% website traffic. After that, I moved on to the job that currently I am serving in the XYZ Corporation. I have developed the skills like SEO expertise and brand development. With my team of 10 members, I've successfully derived 30% conversion rates for our top 3 clients. Now I look forward to accomplish more at the role of marketing head at your company that you are offering me. I know that your work ethic and work culture is excellent, where you give value to the decision making and team management. I have successfully demonstrated the skills of conflict management and team management during my previous employment. So I'm sure that we will together work for the benefit of the company. So that's how a tailored answer looks like. Your introduction, current position, a run through your professional history, work history, then you're telling your accomplishments, mentioning the skills, and ending with the future prospect of the job you're applying to. So it's need to be concise, just like I told you. Now what you have to do is, you have to create one answer of yours. Now next time you're going for an interview, definitely use this particular structure that I gave you. Use the example to understand the structure in a better way and tailor your answer according to your skills, your work experience, and the job that you are applying to. Well, all the best for your next interview. I am sure you're gonna ace it. Now I'm gonna meet you in the next lesson. Till then, everybody, take care and bye.